Hey guys, thanks for joining me. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a calisthenics leg workout, which is going to be really important for many of you that are probably working out from home and you're probably struggling to find a way in which you can do a good leg workout, or you're someone that just likes doing calisthenics in general and you just want to spice up your leg workout and try something new. So today we're going to be doing a leg workout. If you have access to a box, that is going to be fantastic. I definitely recommend, if you've got yourself like a plyometric box, they're really handy to use. The one I've got here, I will leave a link to it down below. Definitely recommend it for this workout and future ones that are going to be coming. If you don't have access to this, as long as you've got somewhere where you can hang maybe some straps or something you can use for balance, and maybe something like a chair or a stool that you can put your foot up or sit on, then that's all you're going to need for today. So if you do something like a normal body weight warm up, so basically just get in there, do a little bit of lunges or maybe some body weight squats just to get yourself a limber, just to get yourself warmed up for what's about to happen, then that's going to be great. Before we get into that though, if you're new here and interested in anything to do with calisthenics or bodyweight fitness, make sure you hit that bell and subscribe to get more content like this. Also, if you want to get yourself some calisthenics merchandise, some calisthenics clothing, whether it's t-shirts, vests or hoodies, the first link down below, the Teespring one, that will take you to my store. Every time you buy something through there, it does help support the channel, so I want to thank you in advance. So with that out of the way, let's get into the workout. So we're going to be going over a couple of exercises that's going to hit the whole entire body, and don't worry, I'll give you progressions or regressions depending on what your strength level is, but this is going to be challenging. What we're going to be doing is doing unilateral work. So we're going to be doing one leg at a time. This is going to allow us to really hit the legs hard, but it also allows us to work on our balance and our stability and our coordination, which is going to be important for just everyday life if you do sports or anything like that. And also we tend to use, when we're walking up steps or hiking, we tend to use one leg at a time anyway. So let's train the muscles, train the movements that we're going to be using in everyday life. So the first exercise we're going to be looking at is going to be this sort of a sit down pistol squat. If you're someone who's got the mobility and you've got the strength to do it, then do it, because it's going to be one of the best exercises you can do for your leg. It's very challenging and it hits virtually everything when it comes to your legs. If you don't have the mobility to do it, then there are a few different options that you can do. You can find something that you can hold on to for balance. So again, I've got this here. You could go between a door frame, open up the door, and you could hold on to a door frame, and you could come down and come up. Okay, if you don't have the strength or the ability to do that, like I said, grab yourself a box, grab yourself a chair, you can sit down and do that. Come down under control, and come up. Try and stay upright. Use your core to keep you tight and come down. That is an option. The other great thing about using a plyometric box is if you're finding that too challenging, switch the height. So now you're not having to come down as low and you can come up. Again, it can be a little bit like doing trust falls, like actually having the confidence to come down and come up. Play around with it, find the height that works best for you, and then you're good to go. If you don't have something like that, but you do have maybe a suspension trainer, same thing applies. Just hold on to the suspension trainer. I would do it on here, but it's going to tip. Is you would hold on to this, and then you could come down and do your pistol squat using them. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to do the first one, and I'll do this with you. I'll do the assisted version. I explain what the exercise is, then I'll go through different forms and different progressions or regressions, and then we'll go into the workout. Okay, so the first one is going to be the sort of sit down or pistol squat, or pick the variation that you can do. What we're going to be doing is we're going to start with the right leg, straight into the left, then back to the right, back to the left, back to the right, back to the left. We're doing 3 sets, all of them are back to back. There's only rest is when you're working the other leg. Right, you get a couple of minutes rest. I'll use that now, that time, to explain the next exercise. So grab yourself a drink, pay attention with this, make it more challenging. If you've got a kettlebell or a weight vest, you can make it more challenging. If you want to up it to 12 reps or 15 reps, it's another option, but that is going to be a burner. Right, the next one we're going to be looking at is going to be the Bulgarian split squat. So again, I'm going to really be hitting the single leg stuff here. Bulgarian split squat is so difficult because even when the other leg is back behind, it's still kind of working to extend to be able to keep that balance. So it doesn't really feel like you're getting any rest with this. Again, pick a height that you're comfortable with that allows you to get a good deep range of motion, and you want to try and stay upright. Try and stay balanced again. Play around with how far you are away from the box. Find that position that's comfortable for you. It's going to allow you to be able to come down and get deep. I actually find with this box, it's actually a little bit too high for my feet, but I'll carry on with this. So again, find that height that allows you to get a nice deep lunge, basically, or a squat, while you've got that support for you if you need it. If you're still finding that balance is a little bit of an issue, grab hold of something, door frame, anything like that, put a chair by the side of you to keep your balance, and then do it that way. If you don't have anything that you could put it up, but you've got something like a suspension trainer or anything like that, one other option you could do, it's kind of called like a levitation squat. If I can find a position to do it to show you, where basically what you'll be doing, instead of like putting your foot up and keeping it up there, you can actually come down, touch your knee, and come up. So it's kind of like an easier version of a shrimp squat. I actually find holding my foot there and coming down, it bothers me. So you can come in, hold on to something if you need to, lift your leg up behind you, come down, touch the knee, and then come up. Really try and focus on your leg being out. This one is actually a harder version I find in the Bulgarian split squat, so you can swap them around depending on what your strength level is, or if you've got access to be able to put your foot up somewhere. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. We're going to be doing 10 reps each leg. We're going to be swapping from foot to foot. So let's go into it now. So yeah, really try and focus on that right, how far you are away from the box, how high your foot is, so you can get the deepest position you can while trying to maintain a fairly upright position. Okay guys, so now we're going to be looking into our next exercise, which is going to be bridging. You've got a couple of options here depending on what your mobility and your flexibility is. So I'll show you the first one that's a good modification, especially if you have tight shoulders and you find getting into the bridging a little bit uncomfortable. This is something I actually saw on the Red Delta project, which is a great exercise, and it's a way of utilising straps to be able to do it. It's probably easier this side. So basically, hang down under the bar, and again, shoulder mobility isn't an issue because they're up on top of you. You wedge your feet into the ground and then you extend, and now you can start creating a better bridge than if you didn't have the mobility you wouldn't be able to do. And now you can create a nice strong arch from your feet all the way to your back, and then again the shoulder mobility never becomes an issue. The most common type is going to be the one from the floor. Okay, so down here,
put your hands down either side. I kind of like using my hands out wide. I can really activate my my lats, so really actually pull, like you're doing a pull down to really create a good strong platform. I like to squeeze my shoulder blades together, get into thoracic extension to really create a good sort of arch already, but your upper back is strong and tight. You come in, and from here, you literally have your feet, I'd say hip width apart, and just extend up. Really focus on getting to the top and squeezing. You might find if you're someone that's got tight hip flexors, that actually getting the proper full range of motion can be a little bit challenging because your hips are very tight. So when you get here, you might be able to go a little bit further, but you feel a bit of tightness in your hips. Work on your hip mobility, but by doing this, you will start actually getting a good active stretch in there as well, so that's handy. You come in, really extend. Really when you get to the top, squeeze hamstrings and your glutes, really drive up through. The other thing you can do is if you're in this position, okay, is go into single leg bridging. So you're down, everything's the same, stick one leg forward and then extend. Come down, extend, really get to the top and squeeze. Do your 10 reps on one side, switch to the other side and then extend up. Really squeeze at the very, very top and that will make it a lot more challenging. The other option you could do is something called hand curls. You can sort of bridge with it as well. If you want, rest your feet on the ball. Same as a normal bridge, extend up, but then this time you can curl in. This really hits the hamstrings. Honestly, if you're staying engaged the whole time, you're hitting your glutes too. You can reset, engage, pull in, down, relax, drive up to activate the glutes, pull in with the hamstrings to make it a bit more harder. Again, bang, pull in, do it single leg, do both sides, set to 10. That really hits your hamstrings really hard. If you don't have access to a medicine ball trainer where they've got foot hooks or foot holes, you can wrap your foot inside and you can sort of do a similar thing where you bridge up and you curl in using a suspension trainer. So that's going to be one that will, some people might find with the pistol squat or the other exercise, they might not feel so much in their hamstring and their glutes. So if you do something like this as well, it really does hit the hamstring, really hits the glutes and gets them working together. So those options there. So what I want you to do is do 3 sets of 10, one on, if you're doing single leg, one on each leg and switch in between. You'll probably find that the normal bodyweight bridge with both legs is a little bit too easy. So swap and change between the two, and you can even do a finisher if you've got a medicine ball or a suspension trainer and do maybe a set or two with both legs at the same time to really hit the hamstrings. The final exercise that I want you to do is going to be standing calf raises. Again, we're going to be doing this with just one foot at a time. If you've got something, whether here, I've got something I can rest on, if you've got a box, if you've got like a stool or something with maybe some plates where you can get yourself a few inches off. The stairs is something perfect that you can do that for. Rest on one of the stairs, because the great thing about that is it means that your heel can go below, so you get a more of a stretch, you get a longer range of motion in the calf, so you can actually get more work done. And you're going to do a single leg thing, single left calf, and you can come up to the top, and what I want you to do is get to the very, very top, and I want you to squeeze at the top as hard as you possibly can. Do your 10 reps, or maybe even go to fatigue if you're finding 2 reps, 10 reps too easy. Go to fatigue, squeeze at the top, pause at the bottom, go from one foot straight to the next foot and repeat that for 3 sets. After that, you're done. You're probably going to need to stretch. You might find that you've got a little bit of DOMS if you're not used to doing this much volume in such a short period of time. But this is a very, very quick workout that's very, very easy to do. Like I've said, I've tried to give options. If you don't have the equipment or you're stronger or weaker than the chosen exercises, there's a few progressions that you can do there to find the right workout for you. But guys, give this one a go. Let me know how you get on down below, whether you found it too hard, too easy. If you made modifications to make it easier or harder, comment down below, let others know what you did, because there's bound to be someone who's got the same skill and strength level as you that can see that and think, okay, I'll adapt mine and maybe try what they're doing. So try and help other people out, guys. So if you found this video useful, please subscribe, like, and then also make sure that you hit that bell to get notified of whenever I upload, because I'm going to be doing more workout videos, more hints and tips, more equipment reviews. So if you want anything to do with calisthenics, make sure that you subscribe for that. If you want to check out the calisthenics merch, there is a link down below, the Teespring one, if you want to support the channel. Make sure you get yourself something like that, and if you do, add me on social media and then send me a picture of you with it, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.